Hello horse friends, I'm back in the car and I'm going out today. We're going to the Llanybydder horse sale again, and I don't know what we'll see there. A little bit late going, but I'm sure there'll be plenty on. I did hear some whispers that there may be a foal sale after the main sale, but we'll see what we find there anyway.
I kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of way that I got.
Well, I've arrived, so let's go make our way around to the sale house. So I'm entering the showground. There's the usual little tack shop on the left here, so go have a quick look at those. And you may have noticed that there weren't any kind of carts and horse boxes and things on the right hand side, which there were last time. And I think that's just because I'm a little bit late getting to the auction today. So as I go in, there's horses straight away on the right hand side, so I'll pop and try and say hello to as many as will come up to me. Obviously be mindful that, you know, it's very echoey in here. It's a very different environment for a lot of the horses, so some of them are a bit more standoffish than they probably would be in a more stable home environment, but many of them do come and say hello to me when I pop up, or allow me to give them a little bit of a scratch. This auction is actually a long-standing and historic tradition for the village, and was actually founded in 1895 by the Evans Brothers auctioneers, who are a family-led business. So I head through and I've found a couple of little cobs which are really cute. I particularly like this little coblet. It's quite mini, really, quite small. Now I love a black and white cob. Although it may seem like quite a small hawks auction, it actually attracts buyers and dealers from across the whole of the UK and Ireland, and you'll often see lots of people who've travelled quite far to come here. The sales are particularly well known for the trade of local Welsh cobs, although you will find everything from Shires to Shetlands here, and there's certainly usually some donkeys, and I've even seen a mule in the past here. This grey initially seemed a bit sour-faced, but when I tried to say hello to her, she seemed inquisitive and friendly, so I do think it was probably a bit more about the horse next door that she wasn't happy about, which was a lovely another little goblet next door. Lots of small little cubs going on here today. I'm sure they'll be great for little driving ponies or children's rides. Really cute. That one had a little bit of sawdust in its eye from the trailer journey. Next to that one was another little cob, but you can see from this one it's more of a solid colour, seemed a similar age to the one before. I'm not really into solid coloured cobs, although they are just as good as the coloured ones, it's just my personal preference. At the end here, this horse I'm pretty sure may have been a bit of a stallion. I said hello, seemed to be friendly at the start, and then tried to take a nibble out of me, which I thought was absolutely hilarious because my horse can be quite nibbly too. I then headed out into the main area where there was a donkey tied up by the main ring. That was cute. In here there's a little, I couldn't tell if it was a little donkey or a mule or just a bit of a long-eared pony, but it was cute in the darkness there. Another little coblet, said hello to. And then in the store next to it, I was struck by how tall this horse was, and I believe from the catalogue that this was the 18-hand-high Irish sport horse gelding who has hunted quite a bit, and his name is Gertine Big Boy. I'd actually meant to pick up a catalogue because I would have loved to know the name of all the cobs and more details about them, but I didn't get round to it in the end. I totally forgot. Too busy looking at all the cute horses. However, I found some of the details online on the actual Llanybydder page itself. This next one was a really cute 15-hand-high Palomino mare. You can see her mane's been hogged, which really suits her, and apparently she's a really great all-rounder. Traditionally, these sales have been held on the last Thursday of each month, and the last time I came it was actually a Thursday, but more recently they have started holding them on a Saturday, and I believe that is to attract more buyers around so people can be available to come out and see the horses and be free to bid on them. It's in more recent times that they have actually accepted online bidding as well. So if you can't make the auction, you can log in online. You see the whole sale going on from the main ring. In fact, you do have the best view because it gets very, very crowded around the edge, and you can make a bid through their online bidding facilities. I really approved of the colour of this horse. Obviously, it was quite similar to a fjord colour. Really liked it. Wasn't very happy about saying hello to me though. Like I said, it's quite a noisy environment in there, very echoey, and some of the horses weren't that settled. Here's another beautiful piebald cob. I wasn't sure if this was a mare or gelding, I didn't get to look that closely, and obviously this one must be a full-on riding horse. He did like to say hello to me. I'm definitely being really spoilt seeing all these pieballs today. I headed through towards one of the other barns and there were some youngsters just waiting to go into the ring. This auction does remain a significant event in the local agricultural and equestrian calendar and does showcase a range of performance and breeding stock. If you are interested to find out more, you can find out more information and also catalogues for upcoming sales on the Evans Brothers website or via the Llanybydder Horse Sales Facebook page. I think this cute mini Shetland skewbald filly was just waiting to go in the ring. I head into the next barn. There were some cub foals on the left and some lovely dark coloured horses here. I'm not quite sure of the breed. Some dark greys and some very stunning blacks, and they all seem quite happy together. Then there was this chestnut who I am pretty sure is a Welsh, although I'm not the best at telling. And I then spotted this Palomino. He's a 14-1 4-year-old Palomino stallion. He looked a bit bored, so I decided to give him a bit of a scratch and let him sniff me a bit to keep him a bit of company for a second or two. Seemed very well mannered for a stallion. Then there was this lovely, almost smoky grey kind of pony who I decided to give a bit of a scratch to as well, and he decided he was quite enjoying that, really digging into it. I'm not sure if horses in the same pens usually do arrive together or not, but they all seem to get on just fine in there. This little one was probably one of the only ones that really did catch my eye that day and was quite tempted by him, but we'll come back to him shortly. I get a lot of people on the videos ask me why I'm not going in and handling the horses and picking up their feet and things like that. Well, I'm not really looking to buy, and unless I'm really being serious about looking to buy, it's such a small auction. I feel it's really unfair on the people there with their horses to go and waste their time asking them too many questions, being in handling their horse when it doesn't need that many people to be going around them. And some of these, like this little foal here, have never been handled at all, so it's not always fair to go in with them. I mean, obviously, like I said, there was maybe that little Shetland we'll look at again in a minute that really did kind of catch my eye and was a bit tempting. Did give my husband a quick phone call about that one, but yes. I think this one had just come back from the ring, and it did seem that like they had very much moved on to the young stock in the ring. And although this one looks a bit older, there are quite a few young stock over this side of the barn. You can see these two together, and I'm pretty sure that they were just a few months old, so just past weaning really. So there was another young one behind there. You can see a little black one that's super cute as well. There seemed to be a good turnout of Shetlands and mini Shetlands today as well, and a good variety of colours. Now we're back to the spotted Shetland again, and what I can tell you now is I did have a chat with a guy about this one, and he did also have some lovely spotted ones for sale at home that he was showing me some photos of. I was very, very tempted by this, so I did follow it out to the ring to see what price he made. It did end up going for a very decent price in the end, so a bit too much for me, but I was tempted by the others. There were some cute Jenny donkeys in the stall next door, loving each other, and then I just had a quick load to a couple more of the horses before I followed the mini Shetland out because I wanted to see how he did in the ring. So let's listen to some of the auction going on.
300, 200, 100 away, let's go. 120, 100 on Stewart Billy, 100, 100, 100, 100, 120, 120, 50, 150, 150, nearly sold, 150, 60 year old man, 150, 150, 60 year old man I'm selling, and 150 pounds, same way, 20, 150. Outstanding. Registered, West Parkway, Billy Foal, Heavy Section D Bear, Black and White Traditional Stallion, Jerome giving a lovely written pony, home brood mare of the future, make approximately 15 hands. 280, 280, lovely colouring, 300, 320, 320, 320, coming again, 320, 320, ladies may away, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, selling. I'm selling 500, 500, 10 again. I'm selling down the very bottom at 500 guinea pounds. Sorry, 500. Thank you, W. 1515. There we are, fully registered, conditioned, checked and phone. You'll make a great asset for somebody looking to add to their breeding program, or equally as lucky to add to their family as they try to stretch their strength. This little guy is not to be missed. Ah, he isn't. Look at him. 1, 2, 4, 5 and on. The registered miniature Shetland foal. You tell me. Look at the colouring. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 400, 400. 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 50, I'll take 400, 400, 400, 400, 450, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, try 50, and 400, 400, 400, 450, I'll take it, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 750, 700, 700, 700, 700, 750, and 700, 700, you don't get that curry very often. 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 750 and 50, 750 online, 750, 750, 750, it's yearly sold in the market, now to chat, 750, 750, 750, 750, 750, 750, 750, 750, 8 anywhere I'm selling, at 750 pounds, thank you, 750.
This lovely mare walking around near the ring was Mornant Georgina. She's a Welsh Section D mare who was 14-1 and 5 years old, previously bred 2 foals and was shown as a youngster. She's lovely looking and having a right little prance around showing off everyone. I headed around to the final barn, which is quite close to the ring, to see the last lot of horses that were available for sale, although I think some of them had already been sold. There are a couple of Shetlands and foals around here, and as you can see there's some riding horses. This one here is called Belle. She's a 9-year-old thoroughbred who's done quite a bit of show jumping and good all-round riding. A few more cute foals, and in the last pen there was this really funny little Shetland that was obviously having a good sniff around of all the other horses. Really funny little faces it was pulling, bless it. So cute though. I head around the back on the outside, and behind here is a slightly larger tack shop. As you can see they sell a bit of everything. There's brightly coloured halters, every kind of chain you can imagine. I took a look at some of them because I had been looking for kind of a coupling chain, but I picked one up and it was actually just a chain off a lead rope in the end, so it wasn't any good for me. And I continued to have a look around. They had some good clothing, lots of hats around, and I also spotted down here that they had some shoes and boots, and I am looking for a nice pair of boots that I can wear that's not too wide at the bottom. I did look at these and they are a bit wide unfortunately, so not so correct for me. Just before heading back out, I go have a close look at the donkey. Very cute, and there's another pony title, but I think they've both sold already though. Say goodbye to the little coblet from the start who had come more forward, so I was hoping to give a stroke, but this one wasn't really into it at all. What a shame, because it's so cute and probably my favourite out of the cobs that were there that day. Saying goodbye to the final horses, heading out for one more look at the little tack stall outside. I had noticed previously that there was some rather good selection of some high vis wear, and I'm always interested in some good ideas for high vis wear to use for JJ or Comanche if I go out. In this occasion they did have a little bib which I thought was quite interesting, and I asked the lady how much it was, but unfortunately it was a bit too much for me on this occasion. Well, that's it for me today at the auction. I'm heading home. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!